a team that no one likes here in Baltimore, the New York Yankees specifically. They made a splash for an outfielder a couple days ago, Alex Verdugo, and everyone was thinking it'd be a different outfielder, and we were talking about it for a while, and I even said it on Twitter the last couple days. Soto is going to New York. Prepare yourselves. And what happened in the last 24 hours? Juan Soto is traded to the San Diego Padres, which, hey guys, that's a big, big move. And New York, whoever thought New York was just going to roll over and they were just going to fall out of relevancy, sorry to tell you guys, that's a load of shit. The Yankees are trying to be on the upswing, and they're ready to challenge the Baltimore Orioles in 2024.
Evil Empire's back.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say they were ever away, but to give people context, okay, last year for them, their disappointing season, and I think we talked about this, Rocco or Brad. Correct me if I'm wrong here. The Yankees haven't had a losing season in what year? Brad, we talked about this. I don't know if we can pull that back up. It's been a really long time.
Not off the top of my head, but I think it was like the early 90s was the last time the Orioles had a losing season. Or not, the Yankees had a losing season. And to I understand I can appreciate what Zach's trying to say, but at the same time, the AL East was stacked with, and it always is, with just monster teams. And with Juan Soto being in the mix now, it's great and all. And I obviously the Yankees are going to be better for it. But I put a tweet out last night about how, at least right now, because I'm sure the Yankees aren't done making moves, but right now it's just going to be the Yankees are going to score a lot, and so is the other team, because the pitching still hasn't been addressed, and that really is the true problem with them, especially the starting pitching in particular. Not quite sure how the Yankees are going to be able to resolve that in one season. So and again, I'm not saying that the Yankees aren't going to be contenders this coming year, because they very well could be, just because they're the Yankees and now they have Juan Soto. But like the pitching, in my opinion, is the real issue that needs to be addressed with that team moving forward.
Well, how about this? How about this comment? And Brian Cashman came out and said, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
And they want to make New York the mecca of baseball. And there's a certain international superstar that's still on the market here in Shohei Ohtani. And I'm not alluding that Shohei is going to end up going to the Yankees.
He said,
go ahead.
I was going to say it's already gone on record. I believe that his agent said that he doesn't see himself playing for the Yankees or being with the Yankees. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I thought I saw that Yamamoto is still on the table for the Yankees.
Yeah, that's who they want. That's their guy. So if they get Yamamoto, then we can talk. Then I'll be scared of the Yankees. But kind of what Brad said. You have now Judge and Soto.
Yeah.
The rest of that lineup still last year is the same, and they didn't do much. So it's hard for one guy, especially offensively, for me to say this changes everything. If they get Yamamoto, it's another big piece. I'll start being concerned. But yeah, I mean, it's the Yankees. They're going to win 88 to 90 games no matter what. Soto will hit 40 home runs with that short porch.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say the confidence of the Yankees deteriorated in that lineup and the success when Judge got hurt during the season. Like it was, you could say, when did the drop-off happen for the Yankees offensively? When Judge left the lineup. Now, DJ LeMahieu had a rough go for a season that, the years before, one of the more consistent hitters in the game. But I will say that Anthony Volpe is going to be a year older. We're talking about young guys having success. Adding Verdugo, I think, is underrated. I mean, the dude is a consistent, solid big league hitter. He hit 11 to 13 home runs the last 3 seasons, and now he's going to a very generous Yankee Stadium. I think this team's going to be resolved they're going to have great resolve, and they're going to go out there and battle. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rock, we talked about this earlier. We love the Birds, but the rest of the AL East is not going to go away. And I mean, the Blue Jays have made it pretty clear that
they're not everyone.
They're gonna try to go and make a move, and especially if they don't land Ohtani, they're gonna keep pursuing, because they got to keep up with teams like New York and Baltimore.
Here's what I want to say to that, Rip. Didn't we kind of feel this way when Giancarlo Stanton went to the Yankees? Didn't people like create this whole buzz around that? Like, the Yankees are back. They're going to be back in the World Series. Like, this team's a powerhouse. The Yankees haven't been to a World Series, correct me if I'm wrong, since 2009. and
That is
the last
correct.
time they won it. It's been a long time. The Yankees don't terrify me right now like they may have used to terrify baseball fans. Getting Juan Soto, it's nice to be able to pair him with Aaron Judge, especially with that short porch in right field. And,
Mhm.
you know, how you're going to be able to hit a ton more homers, most likely, with that ballpark. But like to Brad's point, pitching, Cole aside, is still really an issue. Now, if they add someone else, all right, maybe then we're talking that moves the needle a little bit more. But right now, I am not scared for the O's. I don't worry about the O's. I think the O's are in a really good position right now to contend for another AL East title. And I think adding Craig Kimbrell, people may look at that. We talked about it. It's like, oh, Craig Kimbrell, that's not, you know, people are indifferent about it. People look at what he did in the, you know, in the NLCS for the Phillies, those 2 blown games. It fills a need that the O's need right now. The O's already won the AL East. The O's already got that 1 seed in the American League. The O's are still looking to contend for a World Series down the line. And I think the Baltimore Orioles are in a really good position right now, despite what the Yankees did with Juan Soto.
You know, look, and that's what we're saying. It's still the Orioles are going to be the team to beat right now, right? This is, they've earned that right. But now that you are the hunted, the other teams are going to get better, and the Yankees are going back to what makes them work. Go spend big on some guys. I've seen the Yankees have players come up for pitching wise. You go, who the hell is that? And then they just dominate. I don't know why or how. They do a tremendous job though with their scouting. It's going to be fun. But if anyone thinks that the Yankees are going to be some rollover, that what happened last year for certain teams is considered an okay season, solid year. That was a massive disappointment in New York.
Brutal.
And that was unacceptable in New York. And that's where it's rolling to right now, where the Yankees are saying, and Cashman heard it loud and clear. Everyone was ripping on Cashman. He's got to go. Boone's got to go. They go, you know what? Enough. We're going to go make moves, and we're going to make our presence be felt. Brad, I think you got a pull up for everyone right now.
Yeah, right now we were just starting into the Kimbrell conversation, so I put up a poll here, just simple yes or no in the chat. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and participate in that. So far, 100% of you guys are in agreement that the O's are actually better with Craig Kimbrell, given the controversial signing. So lots of people, of course, talking about the playoffs, and we have some talking heads out there also giving the Orioles a hard time. We're going to get into that in just a moment about the Craig Kimbrell signing. But so far, far,
Hey,
what's the O's fans that are happy with this decision?
Oh dear.
Jeez.
You're geez. You need something.
Went back to
he's hitting puberty again at 42 years old.